Hi guys, this is Dennis from Singapore. I'm the guy with a plant. Yes, we pronounce plants like the bridge do. Yeah, okay. In today's episode, we are going to do some repotting. Not repotting as in, from a smaller pot to a bigger pot because the plant has grown, but rather potting of some cuttings and also to top up some potting medium for some plants. Because initially when I got them bare rooted, I potted them up and I think I didn't give them enough soil, the potting medium. So now they've grown a bit and some of them have become droopy and some even have toppled over. So I think it's time to give them a better foundation. So I need to add some more of the potting medium for them. And also I have some cuttings which have been propagating in water. Now they have some good roots. So I think it's time to pot them up as well. So if this is something you like to watch, let's join me and we dive into the video now. All right? Okay, this is the rubber plant, Ficus elastica tiniki. This is one of the earliest plants that I bought. The reason is, check out these beautiful leaves. Don't they look like watercolor art pieces? Right? And this plant originates from Asian countries like Malaysia, Indonesia, Nepal, and China. So they do need bright light, but bright indirect light. But what I did was I actually dumped it outside the balcony because I want more plants out there. So it actually receives direct sun. But it's morning sun, so it's still pretty gentle. But I guess it doesn't really like it. So yeah, it gets a bit sunburned. Check out the ugly brown spots. Yeah. This plant is actually pretty slow growing for me. It has not grown much after 3 months. But recently I just popped up a new leaf. Check out this red baby leaf, so cool. And yeah, another one coming out soon, I hope. The reason why I'm repotting this is, check out the way it's growing. It's so lopsided. Yeah, I think the potting mix is definitely not enough. It's too little. So I'm just going to press around it. Hopefully it can come out. Yes. How are the roots? It's looking good. Oops. It's not really very steady. Okay, but for the time being, I think this will work. At least it's more straight. Okay, next, this is the Monstera standardana, or used to be. Look at this hot mess. Okay, this plant actually hails from Central America, from countries like Costa Rica and Honduras. And this specimen, this gorgeous specimen, originally gorgeous. I got it from a hobbyist here in Singapore, and it was actually it has 3 healthy leaves, 2 variegated leaves, and 1 very beautiful green leaf. But then I realized that the stem was kind of blackened, and it was brownish and black, and and also what I noticed was that the potting mix was really very wet. Even after 10 days, and that was the time when I first watered it. Shortly after, one of the variegated leaf just drop off. I thought I have accidentally broke it. I have accidentally broken it, but that wasn't the case. When I inspected the leaf, it was really very wet, and it looks really rotten. And then 2 weeks later, the other two leaves actually died back, turned brown and died back. And strangely enough, I have two new leaves that grew out of it, but of course eventually they just turned black and died. So what I'm hoping to do is I want to change the potting mix to something that is more airy. Hoping to salvage this stump here, and also probably to check whether are the roots still in good condition or if they are actually rotten. Okay, what I noticed is that they use a lot of sphagnum moss that's placed at the base of the pot, and that's the reason why it's retaining a lot of moisture. Okay, I noticed that the root ball is actually not very big. So the previous pots was a little bit too big for it, too deep. That's why there's too much potting mix as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a new one, a new pot which is slightly smaller. And I think this will be better for it. So I'm going to put in the new potting mix and then give it a little bit of drink of water. Okay, this potting mix is I got it from a fellow hobbyist as well. I have not come to the stage where I can mix my own aeroid mix. So he's saying that this is a general potting mix, but this is very airy and it's really suitable for aeroid plants. It basically consists of cocoa peat, rice husk, perlite, organic potting soil, as well as coconut chips. So it's very, very airy. Okay. Okay, so hopefully some new leaves will grow out of this, and oops. Okay, this is 6 days after the repotting, and I'm really excited to see some growth points here. See, there's one over here and another small one over here. I mean, they're pretty small, but really quite excited to see some growth just after 6 days. This is a Philodendron melanochrysum. This is one of the earliest philodendrons that I got. Check out the dark velvety leaves. Philodendron is an aeroid, and they're from the family of Araceae. So basically, they are not really terrestrial plants. They actually like to grow physically on an object or on a tree, and it helps them to climb upwards and then form bigger leaves. So you see, there's actually a lot of aerial roots. Okay, I'm just going to remove the sphagnum moss on the top first. So I think this is going to support the plant better with more substrate. So I'm going to just give it some water. Okay, next actually cuttings. Oops. Okay. One is actually a Hoya plant, Hoya cutting, Hoya latifolia, and the other one is a piper. Not sure what kind of piper. Piper ornatum or piper crocatum or something. Can never get it right. Okay, so this Hoya cutting was sent to me rooted. It has some roots, so I actually pop it into water, hopefully to grow more roots, and with a more robust root system, I can actually pot it out. And I think it's time to actually pot it out. Yeah. So the other one is a piper plant. Okay, this piper cutting. Okay, it's not really a cutting. When I got the plant, the top few leaves actually broke off, so I managed to save one of it, which looked healthy. So I didn't know how to propagate this, so I just threw it into water. Okay, after 4 weeks, I actually saw a very tiny root, and this is, I think, about 7 weeks, 6 weeks into it, and you can see there are actually there's quite a lot of roots. Okay, I'm going to do the Hoya, going to pot the Hoya cutting first. Okay, I've got two plastic pots here. I don't know which one I should use. I wonder, is this too big for this cutting? Looks a bit too big. Maybe I should keep it for the piper. This is a slightly smaller one. I think this should be sufficient for the Hoya. Yeah, so I'm just going to use this. Again, I'm going to use the same potting medium. I don't know whether you guys bored watching this. Okay, it's not going to work. So this is a cutting, so I'll probably will need to keep it pretty moist because it's used to the water. Okay, next is the piper cutting. Okay, I'm going to use this pot, plastic pot. Gonna give it some water. Okay, I'll keep you guys updated when they survive. Thank you for watching till the very end, and if you like such contents, do subscribe and also do on the notification button to be notified of any new videos. So yeah, have a good day guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye.